Yep, this is the thumbnail.
This the thumbnail?
Yep.
Yeah.
It got everything in it. And I've already been called out. I've already been called out.
It makes it look like Scarlett is the champion. And she's clutching on because Joe. None of this makes sense. Joe should be the thumbnail.
Does my thumbnails ever make sense?
No. But it's like it's telling a completely. Yeah, it's like it's telling a completely different story. It's like they about to finally. Scarlett's been holding on to this interim NXT title for the longest time, and the real champion has returned, and she is flexing on her. That's what it looks like.
Okay. So Joe should have been the thumbnail, but the thumbnail I have look like two men that have adopted a child.
We did it.
A
nice little black child. A nice little black child is going to have a home to go to.
How happy Joe is. Look how happy. He's so proud.
It's that meme. Find someone that looks at you like Samoa Joe looks at William Regal.
But he hated Regal back when he was in NXT, right?
Yeah.
Yelling like, Regal, you screwed me for the last time.
See, again, this would have sent the wrong messages about this show.
It's a different clickbait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are we really going for that audience? I don't think they watch
whole different
wrestling.
Audience that is.
I don't think they watch wrestling.
Well, they should. Because it's the gayest thing I want.
Yeah.
She got that look in her eye. She got that look in her eye like she's gonna turn. Look at that.
Yeah. No, my favorite part about this image, the referee, she could care less.
Yeah.
She could care less. Here's your winners.
Yeah.
These guys.
What am I doing tomorrow?
I left my drawer on.
I hope Leon's okay.
So, Ross, you are aware that she's dating Leon Ruff?
Yeah, I was going to say over in AEW, but not anymore. One match for that company, and he's out of there.
Ooh.
Look at those two boys. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
Even the referee's having a great time. Look.
It's like Eric.
Don't say Eric the referee. Could you imagine Eric as the referee? Oh, imagine it now. Like he's like, I'm not. Nah, I don't like that third. I don't like this finish. I'm not counting 3 for that one.
Nah.
You motherfucker.
And then he would pause and be like, I know the rules.
I know the rules. I know all the rules.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Check out Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes. I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale.
And we are joined by friend of the show, award-winning podcaster, Mr. Ross Bell.
Hello.
That's the award. That's the award. Now, as we come into this 3-screen shot, and I see Ross for the first time because I only saw the thumbnails.
Yeah.
Why do you have a picture of Wes Lee on your microphone?
That's England's new hero, Calvin Phillips. That is.
No, it's Wesley. It's Wesley.
I don't like. Dang, I forgot the other guy in MSK name, but he's like Wesley. That's my guy. Okay, that's my guy. I'm putting him on my microphone.
Ross, have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
The new Captain America on that. Not Falcon. The Harry Kane, right?
What was his name?
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
He's Harry Kane.
Mr. Chin.
Yeah, it's Harry Kane, captain of the England football team.
Yeah, he looks ridiculous. I was not in for that at all.
Yeah, when he came out, I went, "Ooh!" I think that was everybody's reaction right off the bat.
I mean, I did say it's Down syndrome, Captain America, but that's not really. You can't get away with that too much.
Now here's
the views of Ross Bell are the views of his views solely, not of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
It's my one appearance for the year. Are we going? See that?
He's going to give the award back. Here's my question, and I know this is it. Whatever we're going to talk about related, but the new Captain America guy, whose name slips my mind, I'm going to say Jason Todd, even though that is Robin. When he came out, I got very fake Diesel Razor Ramon vibes. I don't know, it was the exact same reaction. And I had a flashback of my childhood. I was like, this is wrong. This is not right.
Yeah. We just recast this film. I was going to know. It's just like Chris Evans, right?
What was that? It was just like America. We own you. We own the rights to Captain America. We'll do what we want with it.
Just wait till Disney buys WWE. It's going to happen all the time. You're going to recast John Cena, everyone.
But you know what? It was I thought it was perfect, considering that you were supposed to reject him. You're supposed to reject him right off the bat. If they gave me some guy that was like, damn, that's fucking Captain America right there. You'd be like, Falcon, I don't know, man. You need to back up. This ain't your lane. This ain't your lane right now. That's Captain America. But if we're going to talk about superhero stories, we got to talk about my realm of superheroes. That's the controversy in DC, where Batman can't go down on people, which is my favorite story.
Why is that a story? Why is that a story? I saw this and I was just like, why is this a story?
So the story goes in the Harley Quinn cartoon on, I believe, HBO Max now. It was on the DC app or whatever, which is a pretty good show. Check it out. They do a lot of, like, you know, I guess racy, controversial stuff on there. And on this season coming up, Batman was going to go down on Catwoman. And DC had to step in and was like, no, that's going too far. Batman is selfish and he would never do that.
It's true.
Fair enough. It's all about him. Yeah.
It's all about him.
Only child, spoiled.
Yeah.
100% correct.
Yeah, Alfred told him, you're a Wayne, sir. You carry yourself like a Wayne.
You're a Wayne, sir. You go down for nobody. You ready to get into reviewing NXT, lads?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So NXT kicks off with William Regal making his way to the ring with no entrance music. Very somber affair. Real emotion, too. Real emotion. You can't get this reaction out of many people. This is a real, true professional right here.
You think he really ran this shit?
The last person to draw a reaction like this from me, Mark Henry, when he was about to retire in that salmon suit.
Yeah. With every bad Mark Henry match completely erased out of your mind, you were like, he was the greatest wrestler who ever lived. That's how good his speech was.
It was so good because just remember, Mark Henry always used to come out dipped to the ring.
Dipped in water, come out to the ring, give me about 3 minutes of actual work, he's out. But in this Regal, in his emotion of shedding tears and coming out, I at one point thought, how much work does he? Is he really leaving, like, wrestling or something at this point? Because it was that serious, in which he was crying and talking about NXT and all that. And I was like, but Triple H really runs this, right? You haven't really run. I'm just waiting for Johnny Saint on NXT UK to do the same thing, who hasn't been seen alive.
Johnny Saint, I just believe, is a puppet now. At one point, he just shows up whenever. Like 4 months down the line, and then you just realize, oh yeah, he's still here.
I think you only get that emotion because Regal's been the guy on NXT since it became what it is now, isn't it? He is the man in charge of NXT on TV, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. Yeah, it was like watching. What if President Jack Tunney had a farewell speech?
Oh, Jack Tunney. Imagine he just disappeared, didn't he? Where'd he go?
He quickly just backed away.
Yeah. Gorilla Monsoon take his job.
Yeah, there was no mentioning of what happened to Jack Tunney.
Yeah, but he had the best office
gone.
ever. He always had the best office. He had that giant WWF logo behind him.
Yeah, but he was the best figurehead. He had the best voice for it. Jack Tunney, President of WWE, now says this match will be a steel cage match. Where like it'd be like, oh shit, Jack Tunney said it. That's it. The greatest match ever.
So out comes Karrion Kross, comes out demanding he's demanding Regal say Kross conquers all. Regal refuses. Regal couldn't do that to himself.
He was like, that can't go on the t-shirt. That's terrible. This isn't. You gotta do better, Kross. You gotta do better. This is why I'm leaving. If you're the champion, you can't come with. Go ahead, Ross.
Kross in a suit doesn't do it for me either. He's not a suit guy. That's all.
Well, Ross, you got also when you factor in that he does the creepy entrance, his ring gear is of a Roman soldier or 300.
Yeah.
None of this
suited and booted. What?
His wife looks like she's doing potions or whatever wizardry on the outside of the ring. None of this shit adds up. None of this adds up.
He dresses like a Viking. His wife does witchcraft. And then on some days, when he wants to rest busy, he puts a suit on, dressed like a hitman or a magician. The dude, I feel like he's somebody, if he puts on any clothing, it would look wrong on him. Like, he can't be a hype beast. Like, he can't come out there.
He's a one-man.
He can't Rey Mysterio it.
He's a one-man Avenger. He does it all. And then Samoa Joe's music hits. Regal wants Samoa Joe to be the next GM. Joe declines. He wants to ensure Regal receives the respect he deserves from everybody. And Regal accepts Joe's enforcer role under two conditions. He can't be a competitor and he cannot attack unless provoked.
I like that clause in there, yeah, unless provoked.
Yeah, that's that leeway of, I'm going to choke somebody whenever I want.
Yeah.
Everybody can provoke me.
Within the next hour, I'm going to continue to clutch someone.
He's literally going to be Ron Artest out there. He's like, what'd you do? What'd you say?
Gotcha. El Luchador says Joe is the badass they want Kross to be. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And then we get this match. Imperium versus Breezango. I found this interesting only in the fact that this is a small tag team feud that doesn't revolve around the tag titles like every other feud on the main roster. Which is basically match one of two of this tonight on NXT. And then Breezango picks up the win with a roll-up victory on Imperium, but they laid them out and then put them to sleep underneath an Imperium blanket.
Tuck them in.
Yeah, they stuck him in. Read him a story.
But what was more funny?
Keith Lee promo go to sleep again.
What was more funnier? A Go-Go doing it to Cody Rhodes or Imperium doing this to Tyler Breeze?
Well, I have to ask you guys this. Is this a thing you guys do in the UK after you fight? I don't know. Because America, we don't do this. You beat people up and then tuck them in because that's a Go-Go and Imperium, both for the United Kingdom. I feel like that's a thing. I don't know.
Hold on. Imperium are not from the United Kingdom. They may have picked it up from people in the United Kingdom. I don't know. Ross, do you want to have a scrap and then the loser gets put underneath a blanket?
We saw about blankets, right?
Good old fashioned tuck in fight. I'm shocked this ain't go. I hope that's where it leads. A match. This is not. We've come too soft for doing buried alive or casket matches. It's the tuck in match.
The bedtime match.
Yeah.
No holds full blanket rules.
You put their head under the pillow. It's clearly over. It's clearly over. But I was shocked Breezango won this match. But it seems like Walter needs to get a bunch of new guys. And I vote for Thatcher and Ciampa to be his new guys.
No.
Yeah, that'll work.
I don't want Ciampa in this. Just bring back the old Imperium. That's all I need. Bring back Thatcher into this group. That's all I need.
Well, it's going to be Thatcher and Imperium. And the guys you have, basically you're just replacing Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf didn't need to be in there anyway.
No, Wolf didn't need to be anywhere, apparently. That's why he's gone.
So Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are fighting in the back. Regal announces that they are going to have an unsanctioned match at the Great American Bash, and next week they can pick their opponents. And they continue brawling again when Enforcer Joe makes his appearance and presence known. Adam Cole shoves him, and they get choked out for his troubles.
That's all you need. There's the provocation right there.
Solved all Regal's problems right here. It's like, my job is so much easier if you could just choke a motherfucker.
And then Joe points at security, and when he wakes up, you tell him Mr. Regal expects his decision.
Superb.
And the worst part is, I don't know if Adam Cole's awake yet.
He's only little. Joe's a big guy.
He should have tucked him in.
So Marcus, carrying on from last week, Levi has come back with Too Bad Joe Couldn't Enforce Keith Lee, part 2 coming soon. So Ross, I'm not sure you're aware.
No, I missed this. What's this?
Last week we did a dramatic telling of a story of Keith Lee going to jail.
That's where he's been. That's where he's going. This is where he's going to be. And very dramatic. It involves Nate Dogg and Death Row Records and everything. It's insane.
Universe created it.
Yeah.
Keith Lee's on drugs, smoking weed and sherm.
People ain't did that since the 90s, man. And he's doing it naked. Scary. Unsanctioned match? Didn't we get this at the Takeover? If you do 2 unsanctioned matches, I think that counts as 1 match.
It was. I think it wasn't it a last man standing match, but it's basically an unsanctioned match at that point because it was the last match. Wasn't it the last? No, it wasn't the last match on.
It was unsanctioned, right?
No, I think it was no, because that would have been That would have been the main event then.
It was the unsanctioned. It was the main event of Takeover.
Wasn't it Karrion Kross Finn?
Nope.
It must have because we were drunk. We were drunk that night.
Yeah, O'Reilly and Cole, because I had to rewatch it because I was drunk and I rewatched it. And I was like, O'Reilly and Cole did main event. And I remember watching their match last too. I was sober enough to sober up in that match, but then, passed out shortly after.
That was a bad night.
Dark times.
So I'm just going to run through some quick bits. Santos Escobar was not happy about being squished again, but was also more mad that he was also put through a wall, and he wants Bronson Reed 1-on-1. Any thoughts on that?
I'll be pissed if someone put me through a wall as well. Yeah.
Of that size.
Well, I am that size, and I'll be pissed having to put somebody through that wall. Just saying.
Frankie Monet announces her encore performance of her world premiere and starts to stir the pot with the Robert Stone brand. What does she want? Those two as goons?
Yes. I'm 100% about taking them as goons.
Now, where does that leave Robert Stone?
To move on to greater pastures. He doesn't need these two. They have never won. They're bums.
They've
did
win.
Bums.
They did win. Do you remember that time they thought they won the NXT Tag Team titles?
I feel you can use Robert Stone on Monday Night Raw and be some entertainment. He'll be useless there, but he can do something. Maybe he'll coach up Naomi, since people need something to happen with Naomi all the time. Everything good needs to happen to Naomi.
Ross, interesting. What's your stance on # Naomi deserves better?
I mean, she's fine. There's much better women wrestlers on that roster on Raw and SmackDown and in NXT. I mean, she's not in the top 10 for me, really.
Yeah,
she's fine, but her offense is awful. That stupid bloody kicky thing she does. That's one of the worst looking moves I've ever seen.
It gets the crowd hyped though. They got glowing shoes and everything.
Yeah, well, people love flashy things.
They're like, "Whoa, she's going at him! She's going at him! She's not doing anything."
It's just a sign that there's so much attention deficit disorder going on in America.
Yeah. Ooh, flashy lights.
Ooh.
Ooh, shiny things, flashing lights.
Mercedes Martinez tells us why she felt the wrath of Mei Ling. She is wrong but she's still the wrong lady to mess with, and threatens to drop Mei Ling before she even thinks about getting out of that chair. Threatening an old woman.
1,000 years old, right?
1,000 years old.
Damn. It takes her hours to get out of that chair most of the time. But this on Takeover, she had a Red Bull and she was ready to go. She was ready to go. She started getting up at noon that day. That's why she was like, I'm probably going to get up today.
So we get a match. Kushida and his open challenge is answered by Trey Baxter. I've never seen this guy. It did look like they recast Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, I've got no idea who this guy is, but this match was absolutely superb.
Yeah, it was actually a really good match.
This segment with O'Reilly as well coming out, it was fantastic.
So much like how we describe every match Zoe Stark loses, this guy had a good showing.
Let's talk more about Zoe Stark now. I thought it was a good showing. The problem what I had with this guy when he came out, I was like, he's gonna be forgotten in like a week or so. I feel like he's just like every other guy.
It's like the other guy from last week, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, I feel like there's all these guys, and I'm happy that they're getting time on TV and that they get to showcase all the people who are in the performance centers. Over Challenge is good for that. But at the end of the day, that was like after this match, I was like, that's a good match, but he's just everybody else. I want somebody that has a completely different style of wrestling because everybody's doing the same moves, it seemed like. And I was like, him and Carmelo Hayes. It was Hayes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was related to you, Manny. Oh. Lord Alfred Hayes' great grandson. The other side. They have a checkered history, I heard. Oh.
This guy looks like Ricochet, and they already don't know what to do with Ricochet on the main roster, so he's not going to go anywhere, is he? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, they all look impressive. It's just like, what do you do with them? Because they all just end up in one spot. They all end up on 205 Live, where they get lost in the shuffle and no one sees ever again.
Or endlessly fighting Sheamus for no reason on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go through those 4 years of fighting Tony Nese back to back to back to back.
It's not just him.
6 mans, 2 mans.
It's just it's Davari too. Don't leave out Davari.
This goes on and on. I feel like that's wrestling hell. That's purgatory being stuck in that show. It's like there's no way out. It's an endless time loop. It was like the end of Doctor Strange where he's like, Dormammu, I'm here to fight you. And he just keeps coming back, and it's Tony Nese over and over again.
So, as Ross has already alluded to, Kyle O'Reilly issues a challenge to Kushida next week, which Kushida accepts. Is this Kushida's way out of being stuck in the cruiserweight division?
Yeah,
I feel like it could be.
Yeah. But then
he's too good of a talent.
O'Reilly, that's a waste of O'Reilly.
No, the thing is, it's not for the. It's not for the title.
It's just a match.
It's just a match.
Right, okay.
It's based off that Regal thing of like pick your opponents. But I think a match like this could be the match that pulls him out of that cruiserweight division. Because someone like him and Santos Escobar do not belong in that division.
No, Kushida and O'Reilly are like in my Booker T top 5 right now, my fave 5. They are right up there.
Nice.
Although
Booker T top 5.
I don't trust Booker T anymore.
Excuse me.
he comes out with some of the most outlandish shit stuff these days.
Yeah, he's spending too much time with Bradshaw, isn't he, on those commentary things.
He's literally the Skip Bayless of wrestling analysts. It's like, what are you talking about?
There's times where I actually believe he hates black people other than himself. Do you see how hard he is on all the black talent?
Yeah.
Because he always feel like he can elevate more. Nah, I don't know. He got nothing. Yeah. It's just it's extremely harsh. Like, I'm waiting for him to talk shit about Naomi again this week for no reason.
Well, none of them are royalty, are they? I mean, Booker's royalty, so he can say what he wants.
Yeah.
I'm royalty.
You're just a lord. That is the key.
You can buy those sponsorships, mate.
When I'm not on the show and I'm on other shows as Prince Manish, because Lord Manny Hayes is trademarked. Prince Manish is royalty.
Yeah. Okay. King Corbin still ranks higher than you, even without the crowd.
Fuck you, Marcus. So LA Knight expresses his appreciation and gratitude to Ted DiBiase, claims it is the greatest moment in his wrestling career. Then LA Knight chooses violence and drops Ted DiBiase because he has everything he wants and it's time to drop what he doesn't need. And out comes Mr. Cameron Grimes to make the save as well.
This whole thing has just been a ploy to turn Grimes' face, isn't it? This whole thing is for that.
Well, people would like. Well, I don't know about other people. I can only speak for me and Eric were cheering him from day one for no reason.
It was so annoying. But it was so annoying that it got really, really good. Like, I hated him. I was like, this is the most annoying wrestler on the planet. But it just got so annoying that it just got over with me. It was just like, this is working. Like, I hate him. And he's doing a great job.
Which is more reason, as of what's come off Monday Night Raw, the most heated I've ever seen of Eva Marie, that polarizing person on Raw in wrestling. It may turn into something that people are going to end up liking.
Yeah.
You talking about Eva Marie?
Yeah.
Maybe. She's supposed. Eva Marie is the definition of the meme. Eva Marie walks out, everybody goes crazy, or whatever the meme is. I mixed like 3 memes right there, but whatever. Just hate. No matter what she does.
Looking away from Raw, Eva Marie comes in. Eyes on product.
Yeah, but
someone's in the restroom. Oh,
we've
Eva
obviously
Marie. Hold on, I gotta go out there and make sure they know I hate her. Tweet about it.
We've done a similar topic of like her previous gimmick of what was it, 6 degrees of being a champion, where you find multiple ways of not how to defend your title.
Yeah.
Just like how she found multiple ways not how to wrestle.
It's a gift. It's a gift. I'll tell you this, I'm looking forward to an Eva Marie match more than I'm looking to Karrion Kross matches. Because I'm like, how is she going to get out of this one?
Really?
Yes. As dark as that is. But, back to DiBiase and this. Who was more genuine? LA Knight expressing his love for Ted DiBiase before laying him out and dumping him to the ground. Or William Regal with his tears.
William Regal?
Yeah, going Regal, yeah. You think Ted would be used to this by now? Isn't this what Austin did to him as well? And Virgil and everyone else always turns on him.
Well, he always turns on people with him. He's turned on Ted DiBiase first before he turns on you.
He's going to turn on you, so turn on him first.
Yeah. I have no sympathy for Ted. He owns slaves.
No, he owned one slave.
Well, he owned more. It's just they didn't make TV. And he was only left with one.
And that Virgil guy has never been the same again.
He could have been a contender for all those years of working for DiBiase and ridicule.
So we get another tag match of Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez on their quest for more gold versus the KC Express. I felt these two took way too long to defeat the KC Express, especially one of them being the NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong showing for them, was it, at all?
No.
Odd booking.
It looks like they really try. I feel like it's every now and then they get behind the KC Express and going like, we're going to do something with this tag team.
Yeah.
And then they lose. And then you don't see them for weeks, and then they come back and it's like, we're going to do something with this tag team. They lose, and then we don't see them for weeks. And it's the same endless recycled bit. Because it seemed like they were going somewhere with the whole Tian Shaw and stuff like that, but that never actually went nowhere. They just lost again. And, here they are again.
Yeah, because that would have been a D-level feud of Jai Lee and the Casey Express. That would push no one nowhere.
Hey. I watch wrestling for D-level feuds, okay? I watch Everrise matches just to see what's going to happen next, all right? That's the bottom of the barrel of D-level feuds.
I wasn't even going to mention Everrise. So on the pre-show, Hit Row destroyed their replica of the In Your House, which prompted their little sidebar promo, which I don't even understand. I didn't get it. These guys are acting like they're from New York when they're from Canada. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But I believe Hit Row, Swerve Scott is just that Everrise has a better show than what he has. Swear anything. I don't know why I watch
it. Terrible. Okay, so Io Shirai says she's back and she feels good. Before revealing who her next target is, she's interrupted by Candice. Candice says Io needs to go to the bottom of now because she has... What did I even write this last night?
Manny with drunk notes. Io came out. Like Manny explained it. Io came out. She came out and said, "I'm back, bitches. I'm back." And then this motherfucker, then Candice comes out and say, "No, you're not. No, you're not, because I'm back first." And then he's like, "I'll kill you, Io." And then they attack her. And then out of nowhere, Zoe Stark, a 50-year-old woman, comes out and she helps her. And then segment ends.
I'm not going to lie. I did write that Zoe Stark came out to make the save, but she looked like Tess.
Tess?
I thought it was Tess.
Tess is back.
Oh, wait. Tess is dead.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Manny.
Yeah, but your
emotions built up to this. Like, that's play the music. Do. This is a like,
oh wait, you know what?
That's the worst. That should have been on your theme song thing. Just because it was so bad, I would like to see it go.
Actually,
dead last or not ranked.
No, Test had a decent intro music. So did weirdly Alex Riley. Back in the day, Alex Riley had incredible theme music.
Which one? When he was Rage Alex Riley or when he was Ms.
When he was Mrs.
Youngboy?
Yeah, when he was Mrs. Youngboy. He had amazing entrance music.
I don't really remember it.
Yeah, that's not a hill you want to die on, Manny.
Yeah.
I die on many hills.
Manny's hot take. Alex Riley had the greatest theme song of all time.
Yeah, well, I'm still heated that Bad Street USA wasn't on Clint's list, but there we go.
It should have been. I'm shocked. That should be on there.
So we get a hilarious comedy spot between Johnny Gargano and Regal and Joe, which was followed by an intense stare down between Regal and between Joe and the baddest man, the baddest man on NXT, Pete Dunne.
I love Pete Dunne. I don't normally like people from Birmingham, but Pete Dunne's an exception to that rule.
What? There's many people from Birmingham that you could like. Jack Grealish.
I don't start on Jack Grealish. Don't start.
Jude Bellingham.
He's all right.
I want a second. I do not like people from Birmingham.
Good man. Good.
I don't know a single person from Birmingham, and I didn't even know Pete Dunne was from Birmingham.
Imagine Birmingham, Alabama. It's like that, but in the Midlands of the UK.
Oh, it's like Alabama that I can't stand them. Can't. There's no way. No way. Pete Dunne's a horrible person. He really is the baddest man on NXT.
Is he playing up the Birmingham? Because I swear he's just sounding more Midlands, like more than
I loved his attire at Takeover.
See, someone seconds. I said that to Manny on the show on Tuesday, and I was like, Pete Dunne's outfit was the best attire on the outfit, and then he shit all over it.
Oh,
yeah,
Manny,
did I say anyone else in comparison? Oh no, I said Johnny Gargano, and the entire way.
It looked like a Primark Shawn Michaels, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted.
That was the best ensemble. Them dressing up as the Clique was pretty dope. That was really cool. And the fact that what you call him is still acting like Big Daddy Cool Diesel still made me laugh this week.
And then we get the tornado tag, which they explained the rules of a tornado tag. You hear that, AEW? You hear that, AEW?
Wait a minute. AEW doesn't have tornado tag matches. They just have tag matches.
They have impromptu in tornado tag matches.
Where 700 people are involved. It's like, that guy was in the match originally. Oh, wait, he could take a pin? Where's Arn Anderson's son doing out there?
Ross, have you watched an episode of AEW yet?
I've still never seen a single second of AEW.
Do you remember there was a time where we kept trying to get Ross on a Thursday show just so he could review AEW as the person that had never watched AEW, and he always somehow got out of it. Being a good father.
And now that AEW's on Thursday. Yeah, damn it. Why can't you be more like my dad? No, sorry, I'm joking. Oh. AEW finally leaves Wednesday. We get Ross on the Thursday.
Yeah.
How ironic.
Coincidence, isn't it?
Very suspicious behavior. You're trying to tell me you don't want to see Cody Rhodes in racism? Or Sting gets interviewed for 1 millionth time for no reason?
And they act like it's the biggest deal ever before he gets interrupted by some young guy that will never get over because it's Sting.
Or just Sting at this point? I'm just grabbing a quick Google.
61.
Fucking one.
Yeah.
That's Sting musician. He's 69, but Sting the wrestler.
But your boy Billy Gunn's for 57.
Yeah, but look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Excuse me, did you see the picture of Vince McMahon at 71?
Have you seen the new DX t-shirt in the WWE.com? So the Hall of Fame, the DX Hall of Famers, China, Triple H, Road Dogg, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, no Billy Gunn. He's on there.
Oh,
I am fucking outraged.
It's not that he tarnished his legacy by going to AEW. It's because he tarnished his legacy being in Billy and Chuck.
You know what? Honestly, I can fight for Billy Gunn going in as a Hall of Famer. I can fight for that. For the Billy and Chuck days, the New Age Outlaw days, / the DX days,
Former
the
King of the
Smoking
Ring.
Guns had a run, and Rockabilly.
He's former King of the Ring.
And the one Billy
yeah,
Gunn, the best entrance music of all time.
No.
Yep.
No.
That's one of them. That is a great song.
Such a tune.
No.
It gets you pumped right away. I'm an ass man.
That's not the one Billy Gunn.
No, the one is
the one Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ass Man
haven't
is
heard
probably
that
the
one in years.
better theme song.
It is the better theme song. I can't remember the one at all.
Rocks, though.
I haven't thought about the one Billy Gunn in years. I'm
He
gonna
was
say
Billy.
that right now.
No one else does. It's just Ross.
Okay. I run that Billy Go fan account thing on Twitter. That's me.
When Ross gets done of a good night of parenting, he sits down with a glass of wine and his scrapbook of Billy Gunn's career highlights.
It's more like a pamphlet. It's not really big.
Ross next pamphlet. His next podcast, I know you did the Shawn Michaels one and cover in past years. The next one, the best of Billy Gunn.
Billy was the first one we did.
James
Billy was our opening entrant into the Hall of Fame on Ring the Bell. We started with Billy. Everyone else is below him.
Oh, it's a Billy's your elite wrestler.
I don't know. I just absolutely love him.
Billy Gunn is one of the pillars of Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's on my Mount Rushmore, Billy Gunn is.
They now call it the Billy Gunn Award when you go into the Hall of Fame. Just 2 butt cheeks on the ring. Oh, man. Good laugh. Good time. I don't even know what we're talking about. Where are we?
So we're at the end. So the Tornado Tag was Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher versus grizzled young veterans who who always need to let us know that they're from Liverpool.
Yeah, old that, isn't it?
Well, he's Liverpool's number one.
Yeah.
And
We get
soon to be.
You got to say it like him and really irritate. Liverpool's. Really irritating.
I love the way he says soon to be. I love it.
Soon to be recognized.
Yeah, but they're never recognized. They haven't been recognized as NXT UK. They have not been close. They lose every big match. They lose every big match. Any main event, any in the tournament match, any number one contender match, they lose all the big matches. They are the Paul George. Sorry, it hurts more. Tag team division.
Oh, the day after he pulls out that performance, you're banking on Paul George.
Hey, they did it. We did it last night. We did it.
All it took was Kawhi to be injured, and he finally stepped up.
Yeah, the only reason we were able to do it is because Donovan Mitchell's injured as well, and him and Kawhi basically canceled each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, Paul George, I'm the only real all-star in this game. So I can do this.
So I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah, it was superb.
It was great.
Yeah.
It had a takeover feel, but it felt like they didn't even do that much.
Yeah, it was very physical and a lot of energy, and the fact that at the end of the match with Tommaso Ciampa, before they cut to Joe and them in the back end, Regal's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Ciampa was like, "This was our takeover match. We should have been able to cut," and they should have been. I think they would have been better than the 6-man or whatever else they had on there.
I think it would have been better than 6-man. It would have been better than Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li.
Yep.
It was even. I would even go as far as to say better than the women's match, the women's NXT title match.
I may say it might rival the main event as being best match of the week. I know one of them's like last week. It was Sunday, but it may rival that. It was that.
Yeah, I would say that. So before we go off, we were supposed to have Ross on the run-in review. So Ross, let's get your take.
Okay.
Your take on the main event of In Your House.
It was like a really like aggressive dad beating up his 4 little kids.
Well, I tell you again, I'll come home. That's like the mom telling the kids, you're gonna be in trouble when your dad gets home, and he actually comes home.
Yeah,
but in this case, the mum would have got it too.
It was an absolutely fantastic match. I loved it. Like anytime you put any combination of those 5 guys in the ring, it's going to be superb. And yeah, like I say, Kyle O'Reilly's my boy, and I'm afraid it's sad that he didn't win. I don't think he ever was going to win, really. But they've got such the top level of NXT is so good that it just worries me that they're going to go up to Raw probably and just do nothing with them. Well, like Karrion Kross is going to go up and just be completely wasted.
So I was just watching the Cultaholic do their news review this morning, and they were talking about an interview from Alexander Wolf, who stated that there's quite a few in NXT that actually have refused call-ups to call up to the main roster, even if the money is like better. They have refused because the way call-ups have gone on the main roster.
That's wow.
Good on them.
Yeah, it's hard to see that some people actually have integrity, because I wouldn't.
Yeah, I have no artistic integrity. You have me chasing that 24/7 title and doing comedy sketches with Drew Gulak and R-Truth, and occasionally I show up every now and then job to your next big star. Let's say Riddick Moss. I go drop to him, and then I go back to the back. You won't see me for 6 months. I come out again.
I'll take a loss to Eva Marie.
I'll fight Eva Marie matches. Yeah, I'll fight her matches for her.
You get punked out by Reginald. I'll do all that stuff. Do all of it. I'll sell my soul.
Yeah, that is interesting though. The people who don't want to go up and stuff. I know the main one I believe is like Ciampa and maybe even Walter or something like that.
Walter doesn't. Well, the thing is, Walter doesn't actually want to commit to being in the States.
Yeah, he likes being in Europe too much, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he likes being able to fly into because he still lives. I think he either lives in because he doesn't live in Austria anymore. He's just Austrian. I think he lives in Germany. Works very closely with WXW, or I can't remember the actual name of the promotion in Germany. But and then flies to London to do the tapings, which they do bulk tapings of.
Yeah,
and then goes back home, which I think he's happy doing.
Yeah, it works for some people. Although he should be a bigger deal. He needs to stop this. Just stop it. Stop. It's selfish. And I know it's selfish of me, but it's selfish of him to deprive the world on a national stage, Walter. But I think he should just be used sparingly like they use Brock. Just come out.
I don't think they
fight Walter.
Yeah, I don't think they'd ever. I don't think main roster would ever book him the way you would expect him. How Triple H essentially booked him in NXT UK.
Well, we saw how he was booked on main roster. Baron Corbin took his ass out. Baron Corbin took his ass out.
I've erased that moment from my history.
Survivor Series, I'll never forget it. Baron Corbin came in. I was like, that's it for Walter.
But Baron Corbin's a king. Baron Corbin is a king. He went on to become the king of the ring.
He's nothing when there's a Boogs around. He's nothing. If Boogs is around, Baron Corbin's only weakness is Boogs.
Baron Corbin actually hinted, I think it was on the bump, he's hinted at another King of the Ring, which would be really good.
Do it.
He even threatened to take out Xavier Woods in the lead up to the King of the Ring.
Imagine that.
Yeah, they said to increase sales for the travel, they're going to start doing more theme shows. So they're bringing back Taboo Tuesday or Cyber Monday, whichever.
Nice.
And the King of the Ring will be on one of the Raws. It's coming up.
On Raw?
Yeah.
Where they spend the whole night doing it?
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, it's 3 hours.
I would like that.
If they're going to do it on the show, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense to do it in one night. I hated when they did qualifiers on Raw and they did all the bracket till you got to the final. It did not make any sense anyway.
That would make a really good episode of Raw, but not for you shitty storylines that no one gives a crap about, and then just a whole focused show all on one thing. Brilliant.
Yeah, on the King of the Ring, it'd be great.
Yeah.
And then you don't even have to stop there. I do King of the Ring 1 week. Next week I do Queen of the Ring. I don't give a fuck. You just keep doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you give Raw purpose and reasoning instead of supernatural attacks and Reginald and Nia Jax and
Shayna Baszler feuding with a doll.
Yeah, the War Raiders eating turkey legs.
That doll has featured on the thumbnail and has granted us new subscribers. Don't you ever make fun of that doll. Me and Lily are tight.
Suspended. That doll's messing with our money, and she's been suspended by Alexa. Messing with my money.
What money? We make no money on this. Buy a watch, people.
Please buy our merch. But
completely did not even recognize you're wearing a Sergeant Slaughter shirt, Ross.
I am, yeah.
No, that's a dope one. That's a GI. Is it a GI Joe edition? Because he has the Cobra on there.
Yeah. Well, it's the Cobra Clutch Challenge, whatever that was.
Oh.
Yeah, I got this one in a DDP one for like £10 on the Euroshop. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you would end up on WWE. Do you watch any of these WWE side shows, Ross? The WWE Treasures and all that, or any biographies?
No, not really. I watch Austin podcasts and
you need to watch the Treasures one. It's hilarious.
Disgusting guilty pleasure. Disgusting.
Nice.
As I've mentioned how I enjoy TLC shows and I force Marcus to watch a woman eating mattresses. That is the A&E WWE show is as close as to a guilty pleasure as anything.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard a lot about them. I've watched the Dark Side of the Ring ones, whatever they're called.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, but they're depressing. I don't watch them because they're depressing.
Yeah, they're incredibly depressing. That New Jack one, fucking hell.
Jack beat the shit out of that guy. I saw the Dynamite Kid one like last week, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Oh God!
He put a shotgun on his whole family.
Yeah,
great, good job, Dynamite Kid. Ross, you have a competitor for Father of the Year. Dynamite Kid.
If I lose that one, I'm in trouble.
Or the other fight, Grizzly Smith, Jake the Snake's dad.
Yeah,
Jesus. He races like the Ultimate Warrior. Just terrible stories. Just terrible.
Yeah, yet they parade this man with the Warrior Award and all this stuff, and they drag out his wife.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, shut up.
Man.
He wasn't that good of a person.
It just sounds good when you say the Warrior Award.
Yeah.
Where I suggest when they should just call it the Guerrero Award, which means warrior in Spanish, and you give it to Eddie.
Yeah.
Doesn't change anything.
Much better.
Yeah, much better. Although he was a drug addict at one point, but he persevered and overcome that.
We're going to struggle to find a clean-cut wrestler to give this award to.
He came back from that. It's gonna be Titus O'Neil, and then that's when his Dark Side of the Ring come out. Like, fuck, Titus O'Neil has a Dark Side of the Ring.
The whole second family.
He claimed he was going out for cigarettes. He never came back.
I've been in blackface for years. I'm not even black. What? The hell is this?
No. Because he would have sweated that off in Tampa when he was with Hulk Hogan.
That's what he.
When he stood on the ring, we would have taken some of it off.
Oh yeah, in Saudi Arabia, it's just like, oh, who's that guy? Is that Karrion Kross or Steve Austin? That's Titus O'Neil. Oh shit.
You know, we need to stop talking like this because Levi will write another story and then we will have to retell it on the show.
Titus O'Neil not black?
Question mark?
Question mark?
That is clickbait if I ever see it.
I will not be reading that.
I'm clicking that right away.
I will not be reading that. Someone else will
I don't care how many ads I got to close just to read one sentence. I will read the shit out of that.
I told you, I just want to get our show big enough that these weird stories get animated.
I have a question. I know this is random. Who's your favorite missing wrestler right now? Wrestlers who just disappeared off TV for no real reason.
Well, the Fiend. Where the fuck is the Fiend?
He's
what are they doing with him?
Yeah. I kind of want him and Keith Lee to come back together. And for no reason. It'll make no sense.
Everyone that was in that Raw Underground. Everyone.
They're still on the ground. They just closed the hatch. You can't get out.
Like Shane McMahon, what's he done with Raw Underground?
He doing all those guys. They still on the ground. And he just locked the door and suffocated and died. I want to know where Brandon Vink is. Okay, he had a push for 2 weeks during the pandemic when he looked like he was the next JBL at one point with his clothesline. Never used him again.
Yeah, MVP just dropped him.
He's not even on the roster page.
Yeah, he's not even. Yeah, he's dropped off.
Yeah.
Missing wrestler. Unsolved mysteries.
MVP dropped him when he saw his meal ticket, Bobby Lashley.
Have you seen the poster for the Hell in a Cell? With Bobby looking like CeeLo Green.
No, I haven't.
It's very weird. I can't see anything but CeeLo every time I look at it. It's so weird.
Oh, fuck you.
Exactly.
Fuck you
At the end of that video, he stands there with his hands like this. This is exactly what Bobby looks like in the picture.
But he looks like Debo most times. I don't know what's happened to Bobby's eye, but he does have the Debo eye.
It's always there. Well, when you have the ladies of Lashley, pleasure all day, where I don't know what he's actually doing with them women. Changing them out except for the one who's always there, who I think is going to have more heat on her than Eva Marie by the end of this. Will be the thing.
A question for you, Marcus. Today, the People magazine have announced that The Rock is the #1 reason to love America. Do you love America that much because of The Rock?
Yes.
There we go.
I'm not going to further explanation. Yes.
No. The only
reason I love America is The Rock and everything he's involved in. Whether it's the Fast and the Furious movies, whether it's pro wrestling, whether it's him and his tequila. The Rock is life. Young Rock, his game shows. What's that show? Ballers. That's all America. That's
That's
all
a
America.
terrible show.
That's all America.
Don't watch
Dwayne
Ballers.
Johnson 2024, The Run.
Dwayne Johnson is the apple pie of America now. He's replaced the apple pie, which I don't even think is that American. I honestly think we just took it from some
Yeah, we
other
love apple
country.
pie over here. It's quite nice.
Yeah, everybody has apple pie. I don't know why you're as American as apple pie is a thing. It doesn't make sense. I feel like everybody has that.
Well,
But it would be more American if it's not stolen from somewhere else.
well, Britain stole quite a lot.
Yeah, countries.
Yeah, but we stole America from Britain.
True, yeah.
True.
Yeah,
but
we're the better
like,
thieves.
but like when we look back in history, we'll go, yeah, you could have took that one. if you look back at it now, we think you've had Donald Trump.
Oh, come on! Don't throw him. That's not.
That
That was a blip, all right? That was a blip.
It's not
It was a blip. We were blipped for 4 years, like in the Avengers, and now we're back.
Does anyone else kind of miss him on Twitter?
Yeah,
I kind of miss his absolute insanity tweets.
I'm like TV isn't the same, or the news isn't the same, because I always wanted to see what he would say next.
He has
And just,
enough
like,
money
what
to
has he
start his
done?
own social network.
He does. True.
Allegedly has enough money.
He
Suppose
does.
we bought Tout. Get that going again.
Donald Trump is his tout.
And Periscope.
Did you guys hear about the cameos of who's selling well and who's not?
Yeah,
Charlotte's not doing
Charlotte's
too well.
though.
Yeah, Charlotte's not doing too well. And
Yeah.
I would go, who the fuck wants to talk to Charlotte?
I
Who's
mean,
that?
we could do with a new intro.
I'm Charlotte Flair. Fuck you guys. That's all I wanted to say.
That's how we end the show. That would be how Charlotte should end our show. Fuck
On
you
my,
guys.
on my other show, we had one from Vince Russo, and he wouldn't allow us to use it on the podcast. What the fuck? What are we going to do with this? Just
Wait,
bring up
what
personal
can-
things.
Yeah, what could he say on this cameo for your podcast that he hadn't said? What dumb shit?
Exactly.
Like, you're already Vince Russo. It's not like you could go lower than that, pretty much, in people's mind.
Wait, how much did you pay for the Vince Russo thing?
Like $50, I think. He wasn't
And
expensive.
then he said you couldn't use it.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to use it on the actual podcast itself, unless we paid him more money.
Like he was going to go and check.
Yeah, we've seen the prices for some of the cameos though. You can get Jackson
You're like,
Riker for
no, bro.
$37.50.
Oh, Jackson Rex $37.50?
Yeah,
Maybe.
get Sting for $375. Jeez.
Our Brandon Cutler one is still the worst money spent.
No, it's one of the funniest things in the world. What are you talking about? It's whenever I talk to other people about our show, that's the first thing they bring up. It's the first thing they said, the sharpshooters.
God. Shotzi nailed it on the first try. Oh, she didn't even have to say sharpshooters, huh?
No, she said our
Fine.
names.
Yeah. That's good, yeah. Probably would have fucked it up if she said
I got that for
sharpshooters.
free as well.
Yeah, she would have died. She would have died trying to save the sharpshooters. Because she almost died in every spot. Shout out to Shotzi, though. She's amazing.
So on that note, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been,
Marcus, the grand finale.
and once again we were joined by.
The award-winning.
Oh, you did it
podcast
yourself. You are coming back to review. You are coming back to review AEW. As much as you try and get out of it, you are coming back. If
No
I
one
have
can
to,
escape this.
if we all have to suffer watching this, so do you.
All right, one day.
Next time we see Ross, he's going to be decked out in AEW shirts and hats. And
I'll have
he's going to have...
really awful tattoo right there.
Yeah. He said, I joined the Nightmare family.
Drinking my bubbly.
And it's like, Ross, what happened? I thought you didn't watch this.
I'm all in, mate. I'm all in now.
I'm like, Cody's a wonderful salesman.
That pay-per-view All In? Yeah, all about Ross.
Yeah.
All out, yeah. He's like, it's when he goes downhill, the downward slide, the dark side of the ring. Ross.
Yeah, I will host that
Everything
show.
was going good. Award-winning podcaster. Then you start watching AEW.
Yeah, it's my descent to the dark side.
It'll just be us doing talking head interviews, just mad at Ross.
We're gonna continue to do it. We're gonna do interviews. Not only do interviews, because we're not gonna have enough people. We're gonna just have ourselves blacked out and modify our voice. Unknown friend of worlds.
No, it'd be like that's Ross, who was.
I like
And then he started talking about Cody's propaganda. And I was lost. And how Brandy Rhodes is good for pro wrestling. And I knew Ross was far too gone. I knew he was far too gone, Demo.
Far too gone.
When he decided to dress up as a woman and join AEW Hills. I realized that was really going too far.
He started answering to the name Rosa.
There's Thunder Rosa, and now I'm Lightning Rosa.
What team that would be.
It's so stupid. But I was supported 100%.
Thunder and Lightning.
There hasn't been a tag team called Thunder and Lightning, right? There hasn't been a corny ass tag team. I'm sure there has to have
It's
been.
too long a name.
Thunder and Lightning?
Yeah, it's too long.
Oh man, I'm gonna become a pro wrestler and find a person to become my Lightning. I'll be Thunder, you're Lightning. We're a tag team, Thunder and Lightning. And
Once you
and
finish-
our catchphrase, a storm is coming your way. I have a country accent too.
That sounds like characters out of the Disman's book.
Soon to be characters in this.
That's a great gimmick. That should be in the Disman's book.
Yeah, a storm is coming. Fella, their promos are whack and just southern.
That's what it's southern.
Of course, it's a southern tag team with a southern manager called the Weatherman or Mike Weatherman.
Mike Weatherman.
The forecast looking really cloudy for you, fellas.
And you can tell why we can never close the show because we keep doing things like this.
You just need to fade out. That's what you need to do.
Yeah. Just
No,
blow us up, Manny.